What's up, everybody? James Zhang here. And if you love network marketing, but you hate what's been happening to our profession, this video is for you. I've been involved in network marketing for the past 15 years. It's full time for 13 years. I've loved our profession. I love what we do. But if you're anything like me and you're a student of the profession, you've seen a lot of issues happen. In fact, I'd love to ask you, what do you think the number one problem is in network marketing right now? What is it? Is it changing technology? Is it compensation plans? Like, what is it that's exactly the case? Well, today I want to submit to you the biggest thing that I think plagues every company, our profession, and your teams, and more importantly, the solutions behind it. This is not company specific, this is not product specific or team specific. So if that sounds like something interesting to you, tag your teammates into this, share this special message with them, because I believe we have an opportunity as a profession to make some serious changes. So let me share a couple stories. When I got started in this profession, I don't know about you, but why did you get started? Some of you might have been the product or service you represent. You loved it and you're like, oh, I can save money. Oh, I can make some money. Great. Some of you might have been the income opportunity. Who doesn't like residual, exponential, recurring income, leverage of your time? That's what we all want. We all want freedom. Maybe it was for the personal growth. That's why I got started. I was a 19-year-old broke college student. I was trying to become a doctor because I didn't know what else to do. I was super shy. And I love that you can grow. I love that if you want more, you can become more. I love the philosophies. And I love what network marketing can make of you. I love the community. Maybe that's why you got started. And network marketing can be absolutely beautiful. It's transformed so many lives for the past 100 years. But at the same time, if you've been involved in any moment of time, there's also some unpleasant parts about network marketing. And especially post COVID, this has put on a lot of stress, and fault lines in companies, in teams, in ourselves have come out. And there's been a lot of tests where, unfortunately, you're seeing that there have been quite a few major network marketing companies that have made a transition to cut out teams, cut out team building and the actual network marketing aspect, and go completely affiliate. Saint, you have companies like Roden and Fields, you have companies like Herbal Alchemy. I have friends in all of these and many more. And to be honest, there's more to come as well too. And literally companies are cutting off the legs of people that have been committed in building an incredible organization and network of customers. You also see fighting in between companies. You see rivalries that are happening and you see dirt being thrown. It's like a political situation. And you also see within your own teams, whether it's within your own company or within your own team, drama. If you've seen any of those issues happen, especially in the last couple of years, when financial stresses are high, political stresses are high, the world's kind of a little bit more chaotic, put a me in the comments below. I believe the number one issue that is plaguing our entire profession is that offense has crept in and honor has been left out. So I want to submit to you three aspects of building a culture of honor that if you do this in your business, in your company, in your team, will cause success. For me, all of my principles are based on the Bible. You may or may not believe what I believe, but I believe God's principles work, whether you believe them or not. And one of the biggest principles that he gives is that he commands a blessing when there is honor. Even Jesus, if you believe in who he was, we know he was an alive guy and he did some amazing things. He says that he could not in his hometown produce miracles because there was a lack of honor. Because we have a culture that is tainted honor, there's dishonor everywhere, there's offense everywhere. This has caused fractions in everything. So let me go through a couple sections here on what you can do because you do have power. You do have opportunity. Let me go top down. Number one, there needs to be proper honor between companies and their partners. In network marketing, it truly is partnership marketing. As representatives, distributors, brand partners, affiliates, whatever you term ourselves to be, we have a unique opportunity to leverage a company that does the manufacturing, the distributing, the warehousing, the comp plan, the a lot of things. Hey, as a partner, who here is grateful that we don't have to do corporate's job? Put grateful in the chat if that's the case. But it's a partnership. And on the same token as corporate, they do a lot, but they also rely on the field to do the most important part of a company, which is marketing and selling the product. We do that as the field. Corporate is supposed to support the field, and we're supposed to support corporate. It should not be this them versus us. It's a we thing. We should be a partnership. We should be a family. There has been heavy dishonor within this relationship. We're dependent on the company. The company basically can be an enemy to the field. And as partners, we need to be mindful that we can advocate a better relationship and a better partnership. On the flip side, there are also partners in field that takes advantage of and is not grateful to what the company does. Many times as a field, we can become entitled. Many times as field, we can easily blame. Well, if my company did this, if they changed this, if they only did this, then we would succeed. So there needs to be a healthy balance on both of these. So let's talk about the company. How does a company build honor in this section? Couple things to consider. Having something like a Bill of Rights, having something in writing in policies and procedures where it actually protects the partners. It's unfortunate, but in a lot of companies' policies and procedures, if you read the fine print, it'll actually say something like, hey, we reserve the right to do anything to our partners at any time, terminate them, make comp plan changes, go from network marketing to affiliate. So as a company, could you consider putting agreement into writing as a contract so that we can be true partners and there's upfront communication so that there's safety and there's security? Okay. So there's one thing there. This Bill of Rights can it protect against things like unapproved comp plan changes? One of the biggest things that disrupts the field is when you're building one way and all of a sudden company throws a curveball and you're used to building a certain way and boom, that's happened to me. We had a change that literally led to the demise of an entire organization. And we lost everything financially. I'm not going to blame the company, but it would have been nice to have upfront transparency in those things. How about protections against things like product formulation changes? One thing that crushes the field is the field loves certain products, is representing them, putting their reputation on the line, but change of formulation, maybe they want to save some money. Maybe they think something else is better. Whatever the reason is, have rights in place where there's upfront conversations and partnership with the field before a decision is made. One last thing, when it comes to what companies can do to building a culture of honor, is have a commitment to the field first, not to their investors, not to their corporate interest. Well, James, us as corporate, we need to, if we have investors, we need to make sure that they get their bottom line. I get it. We need to make sure that corporate, we're protected as well too. I get it. But if you truly trust in the field, you know what brings up company valuation? Isn't it more sales? Isn't it more revenue? Who are the revenue generators? The partners, us. So if you understand that if you serve the field, even if it's not out of a good intention, but it's simply out of a financial intention, you are incentivized to help the field because if the field does well, the company does well. So why not have a field first culture? Why not go to the field and say, what's working for you in sales? Why don't we come alongside and back up what you're doing rather than, we think we have a great idea on how to market this and we're just going to throw out the field and test it. It doesn't work that way. We're marketing, we're sales, we're in the field. We are talking to people every single day. We know on the front lines what it's like. So it's super important that we understand that. Flip side. So that's the company side. I hope that makes sense. Partners advocate for those things. Flip side. Let me talk to us partners too. Let's also give our companies some grace. Let's also advocate and be true partners with them. Sometimes we're entitled. Sometimes we think that the company owes us. Remember, when you signed the dotted line for your company and your policies and procedures, you agreed to become an independent representative. It's your business. It's your life. It's not up to anyone else to make your life better. So if that's the case, and you're choosing to partner with another existing company, the founders, the corporate team, why not come alongside them and think from a corporate perspective? I think many times as a field, I'll just say for me at least, I want to only think from my mind state. Well, it'd be nice if you could do this and launch this product and launch this service and make this and make this and make this. Yes, but why not come from a corporate perspective and think, what are their priorities right now? They have to spend and invest money and time. They have a whole field to take care of. It's not just my own interests. They have a whole world to take care of. They have pressures. If they have investors, they have things that they need to deliver on. So can we also think from a company standpoint and honor them and think like the company? Think, how does this help them in the long run? Are we only making requests for short-term little things up front? Are we also thinking from a corporate perspective on how can we make things better? How can we as partners become better? So number one, building a culture of honor in this relationship of company versus field. If that is possible, that is a beautiful, beautiful thing. If this still makes sense so far, put a makes sense in the comments below. So huge. Number one is there. Challenges plaguing network marketing. Number two, companies versus other companies. Network marketing is a major playing field. There's over 10,000 companies in our wonderful profession. And let's be real, what you'll say in a presentation is, we're number one. We're the best. We're going to crush the competition. Everyone's going to come to us. This is going to be the thing. And I understand the gusto and I understand the pride, and we should be prideful of what we represent. However, it's so important that we have an abundance mentality. I believe God gives everybody their anointed paths and calls. I believe there are many products that could be represented and sold and distributed through network marketing, not just yours. I love our product, but it's not the only one. I believe network marketing produces some of the best products in the world and services in the world. That's what the whole distribution model is. Our goal is to cut the cost down from manufacturer to consumer. So we do a direct sales channel. That's the whole part of network marketing. So we have to be very mindful on not getting into these attacks in other companies. We think that by attacking another one's company, another one's integrity, we ding them. We ding their product, we ding their comp plan, we ding their leadership. We think that if we attack them and tear them down, it builds you up. But there's a saying that when you throw dirt, you lose ground. So key. Can we as partners come out of agreement with a dishonorable culture? Can we strive to agree to disagree in things, but also respect and love the others will too? So be very mindful of attacks on social media. Be very mindful of your communication in your private team meetings. I believe it's okay to have pride. You should. But also, why not have a perspective where we have healthy honor to others? Winning in network marketing, can you be truly happy when you see someone else in another company crushing it? Even if that means you have people that were your customers and your partners say, you know what? I love you, but I'm actually going to go there too. And I'm talking about not cross recruiting or poaching, but people got their own lives. People have their own choice. Our goal is to do the best that we can with what we have. And every single person is an independent. They can choose where they work, what they represent, who they work with. If this still makes sense, put a 1 in the comments below. So what does a culture of honor look like? And it starts with each and every single one of us to take responsibility. It means when you see your friends doing well in network marketing, cheer them on, genuinely. Not just lip service, but heart. It means when you see someone else in a network marketing company, you don't automatically think, how do I get them into mine? No. You think, hey, my policy is don't home wreck. If they're in a happy relationship, cheer them on. I'm praying for them. I'm helping them. If they ask me for help, I'm going to give them open-handed help. Whatever that it is, I'm not trying to seek an ulterior motive to just try to recruit them into my thing. You don't have to do that. It also means that if I see my prospect choose somewhere else, I honor that. I honor that. Our job is to do your best job in educating and informing your prospect to help them get to where they want to get to. It does not mean that you have to ding and take down. Now, do legitimate, factual sharing. You can do comp plan comparisons. You can do system comparisons. You can do product comparisons. Like, give real stuff and allow people to choose. There's more than enough. You're going to work with your people. By the way, who here's ever already had an opportunity and an experience where you signed someone up and they were a headache? You're like, oh my gosh, I can't. Why am I working with this person? And out of love, right? But we have heavenly sandpaper sometimes in our lives. Guess what? You signed them up. You're responsible. You're accountable for that. So companies to companies, can we just honor each other? Even if another company is doing something that you're not aligned with at all, you're not excited about, honor them that they're going for their dream. Honor them that they're trying something. Honor them and their leadership. Honor them as a person, as a company, and just let the cards fall where they're going to be. I believe as a profession, we can truly be better together. How beautiful. Hey, who here would want network marketing to win as a whole? Right? Put winning in the comments below if that's the case. When one company wins, we win. When one company loses, when a couple of these companies went from network marketing to affiliate marketing, it breaks my heart. Because that is a dart thrown at our friends in network marketing. So your heart should break for them, with them, not just to think, how do I recruit them? Okay, last one. Company to partner relationship of honor. Companies to companies of honor. Last one, that's probably the most practical for you, is leaders between leaders in your own company, within your own team. Network marketing is beautiful. It looks great on paper. Who here's ever drawn the circles? You get one person here and one person here and one person here, and then you're a millionaire. Obviously, that's not a claim. Obviously, that's not true. It's going to take work and consistency over time, just like any business in the world, right? Network marketing is no different. But we've all done that. Here's the bubbles. It looks great on paper. But the moment you add people in the mix, it gets messy. Why? Because we're all messy. Because we're all broken. Because we all have traumas. We all have things. We all have blind spots. We all fall short of the glory of God. So if that's the case, then there will be moments where offense happens. There will be moments where disagreements happen. There will be moments where either you intentionally or unintentionally hurt each other's feelings, because that's just who people are. That's what happens. Case in point, if you're married or in a relationship, who hurts you the most? I hurt my wife all the time, unintentionally. So leaders between leaders, so many times there's a culture where people try to isolate because they're scared of getting hurt. Organizations between organizations, they say, I got to guard my system. No one else can know. And stay away. I don't trust you. You're going to poach my people. You're going to harm my people. Or I'm overly protective. Like they can't think of any other way. I've come from cultures like that before. And I understand, and we need to be protective and we need to have boundaries. But I'd submit a culture of honor means that we honor people in their intelligence, that we honor them, and that we know that they all are smart people, that they can make choices themselves. Hey, if you're proud about your system and your leadership, if you're confident about it, why would you be scared of other people looking at other things? Why not focus on the bigger thing, which is serving your people the best, building the best ship in the world, doing the best you can to provide so much love and support in a community that it doesn't even make sense for anyone to not go. And guess what? The ones that do go are just not aligned with your community. They're going to find another community. There's more than enough. Instead of focusing on how do we preserve, focus on how we can build. If this is clicking, put it clicks in the chat below. That's the more important part. Focus on building for the future, not preserving. There will be people that fall out. There will be people that switch around. Do you think AT&T gets sad when one customer goes over to Verizon? Do you think they throw a pity party? No. They're just like, hey, it's all good. We're just going to go get more customers. We're going to go get more team. Same in our teams and organizations as well too. You're going to have people that leave your organization. You're going to have people that don't agree with your philosophy. That's okay. That's not up to you. We're all independents. We don't own anyone in our business. Support is a privilege and not a right. And partnership is a privilege and it's voluntary. So if you understand that in your business, we're in a leadership and a volunteer army, then do your best to build such a community that volunteers will want to choose to work with you. I consider it a great honor when anybody says, I will partner with you, because that means they chose. It's like, wow, what an honor. How grateful. So what we need to do is we need to make sure that we have a healthy culture then. This also means with cross lines. So do you honor them? They might think different. They might do things different. They might have different systems. This means that within your company, be very mindful of not bashing the way others do things. Now, you should be confident and prideful and excited about what you have. But who here knows, let's just talk about build styles. Who here knows that there have been people that have made millions and millions of dollars doing old school belly to belly, doing house meetings, made millions, doing party plans, made millions, doing social media, made millions, did TikTok, made millions, did YouTube make millions, did digital marketing, made millions, did ads, made millions. Who here knows that in every single way of doing business, there have been multiple people that have all done very, very successful? So can you say that there is one best way? No. But you can say that there are ways that can work best for somebody. And by the way, in your organization, who here would love it if you had an organization that was super diverse? Some people are social selling influencers. Some people are incredible in-person builders. Like, who here would love all the above? Put me in the comments if that's you. I would love them all. That's all business. That's healthy. I love diversity. You can learn from all of that. So we have to be very mindful on our messaging in the field. We have to be very mindful on whenever we ding something, because yes, we might believe a certain thing, but it might not mean that way for someone else. It works for them. So we have to think within a company. We have to think not just within our own team. We have to think as a company as a whole. You know what the goal is as a partnership? If you want to make a lot of money in network marketing, this is how every single top money earner thinks. They think, how do I put my company first and their interest? Number two, how do I then help my organization and their interests? And then number three, last, is how do I help my own interest? You know where dishonor happens? Usually, we start the other way. We start with what's in it for me. Well, that's not relevant to me, so I don't care. Well, I'd submit, very limited thinking. And that scarcity mindset is what leads into a lot of dishonor and the wrong culture. Can we think what's best for the company, the organization, and then yourself? Put me in the comments if you're lining still here. So honor is important. What else are honorable things within the field itself, within your leadership? Open, crucial conversations. Open dialogue. One of the biggest things that ruins sales teams is not even miscommunication, lack of communication. Drama happens. You see something in a text, rubbed you wrong. You're like, oh, did they really just say that? And we keep it to ourselves and we let it ferment and we let it fester. And it drives offense in our heart, and it starts to cripple the way that we look at the other person, because now we have a filter. We judge them. We say, well, they're a bad person. They hurt me. They're not safe. I don't trust them. They don't know this at all. They're happy. They're moving forward, and it's hurting you. I'd submit to you that if you want to build an amazing culture that'll attract amazing leaders and people into your team, get good at giving grace. Get good at letting go of forgiveness. Get good at confronting and having open conversation that is not confrontational in a negative way. It's not negative and accusing. No one likes to be accused, but it's an open dialogue where people are able to both talk. You know what I've realized? I bet you've realized this too. So many times when we think we're so right, when you actually talk to the other party and they give their perspective, you realize that there's more ways to look at this than just yourself. Have you realized that? So if that is more than likely the case, think about it this way. Aren't the odds high that you might not know everything there is to know about a story? There's so much that we don't know. It's much better odds to understand that you probably are missing something, that I'm probably missing something. So if that's the case, then when I go into a dialogue, then I'm not going to go in and judging them and saying, prejudging them and pre-filtering, because you're only going to hear what you want to hear. I'm going to go in with an open dialogue. This happens to me all the time. I hear a situation, I go up directly to the person. Let's not gossip. Let's not go talk to, especially your downline. Let's not talk to your crossline. Go right to whoever that it is. And by the way, if you're scared to talk to someone directly, but you are talking to others, I challenge you that more than likely you know you're wrong. Because if you knew that you were right, or if you actually wanted to seek unity, then you would go directly confront whoever it is that you need to talk to. So let's choose a higher path. Let's do the hard things. We can do hard things, right? Business is hard. Entrepreneurship is hard. So is living paycheck to paycheck, trying to depend on government assistance. Who here likes our hard, where you can build freedom for you and your family, right? Put in the chat, I can do hard things. I can do hard things. So go talk to them directly before anyone else. And when you talk to them, be open. Instead of saying, this is what I heard. How could you do this? This is horrible. Why not try this? You know, Bob, I heard this situation happened. And I know there's always multiple sides to the story. Can you tell me what happened? Or just can we talk about this? And allow them to talk. And guess what? You're going to start to come to an understanding. You're going to get all the facts and you're going to be able to navigate. Isn't that a culture of honor where you honor them enough to give them some grace? Where we honor people enough to just hear them out? So I want to challenge all of us as a field to be willing to do that. I'm telling you, this type of a culture in your field leadership, in your cross-line relationships, in your upline, downline relationships with your coaches, your mentors, with your team, if we just learn and choose to honor people for who they are, allow grace, allow forgiveness, and just have open dialogue and conversation, and have the agreement that we want to make the better decision for the team, to make the better decision for the company. If we all agree that if we build the company, it builds all of us, why not do that? Rising tide raises all ships. So the number one problem I believe plagues network marketing right now is a lack of honor, is a dishonoring culture. The number one solution is ourselves, each taking personal accountability and choosing to honor, not because people deserve it at all, but it's because we choose the hard thing to do. Company to field, relationship of honor on both sides. Companies to companies, relationship of honor on both sides. Leaders to leaders in the field, upline, crossline, downline, doesn't matter. Honor. If you start to do that, I will promise you this. God commands a blessing on that. And whether it's within your company, let's say you try this, you're like, well, James, my company did not honor me. You know what? I believe God moves you into the right places where you receive blessing. Well, James, I tried to honor this other company. They kept on attacking me. Okay, guess what? That company's probably not going to do well. And you give it some time, people see your character and your integrity, and they're going to be like, that person, they did things differently. I like how they do things. I saw how they were under pressure. I trust their leadership. Well, James, you don't get it. I had people malign me. I had people say negative things to me. I had my team leave me. Like, these things are happening. I had people try to poach my people. I can't honor them, can I? Yes, you can. Choose humility. Choose grace. Choose forgiveness. Have boundaries. Do it right. Guess what? I've always seen the wrong ones are pruned out, and it leaves room for the right ones. You get the abundant-minded ones. You get the amazing ones, because they want to find somewhere where a culture of honor is as well too. I've seen that when I applied this into my life, it changed everything in my business and my life. And I believe that each and every single one of us, you can make that option and that change as well. So I hope this heartfelt plea, because I love network marketing, and I hope you do too, was something helpful for you. Curious your thoughts on this. Curious if you're willing to adopt this. Curious if you would agree that dishonor is the number one issue that's facing network marketing. Leave it in the comments below. And I'd highly encourage you, if this did impact you, share this message with your team, share this message with your company, share this message with whoever you think needs it to be shared to, because let's protect and continue to grow our wonderful profession There's more than enough for all of us, and the world needs what it is that we have right now. All right. Other than that, it's an honor to have you on. Talk soon.